Okay, before I go into this full-on review, let me say a few things. The reason why this episode review, the pilot for Supergirl, is up so late, is because I was obviously, like I said in the previous video, my DirecTV's out and I can't get it turned on for about a few more days. But however, that same day, I actually went somewhere, spent the night there, and I was at a family member's house, and I managed to watch this and the Flash episode. I wasn't able to catch the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode, and now that I'm back home, I may not be able to do a review on this week's episode of Arrow. So yeah, there's that. I do apologize, but hey, money's a bitch. But yeah, I did manage to catch Supergirl and the Flash at least, and I think those are the two most important ones. I am thinking, while I'm on the subject, I'm thinking about stopping to do reviews of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because, yeah, not a lot of people are really hot on them, and I do intend to, do reviews of, season finales and mid-season finales of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I think I'm going to drop weekly reviews of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., unless you guys want me to keep doing that, and if so, just comment below and let me know if you want me to keep doing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reviews. But yeah, I think I am thinking of stopping that, of at least Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I do apologize I won't be able to do a review of this week's episode of Arrow as well. I may not be able to do that. But I think I got the two big ones this week, and I think that's all that matters, really. So, let's talk. So, having said all that, and I do apologize for all that, but yeah, let's talk about Supergirl. Now, Supergirl, it's good. It was an okay pilot. It was a pretty okay pilot. There were some good moves in here. But having said that, there were some moments where I was like, "Oh, okay, really? All right. All in all, not a bad pilot. I am gonna try to do weekly reviews, depending on if it's still good. The main concern I have with this episode is that it just kind of bullhorns its way through the entire episode. It just bullhorns its way and tries to just throw as much information as you can with it. And yeah, Flash did that too. But I think it paced itself in the Flash pilot. And the same thing with the Arrow pilot. But with those, I feel like they kind of pace themselves. That's what I feel like. Here, it's just boom, information, boom, information, boom, information. It's just it hits you over the head, especially towards the third act. It just really beats you over the head, wait, hang on, stop. Give me a second to process that. Yeah. So let's talk about the main actress. Melissa Bones, I think that's her last name, as Kara Danvers. Alright, they're mixing Kara Zor-El with the Danvers family. Alright, I guess I can go with that. She's pretty good. She's alright. She's alright. It's gonna take me a little while to, really gauge of how good she is, because there are some moments in here where she just has this, when she's angry, she just has a pouty face, and I was like, I'm looking for you just got betrayed by your older sister. A little more aggression there, sweetheart. The Hank Henshaw, the guy playing Hank Henshaw, I feel like he just did not give a fuck. And yeah, maybe again, this is a pilot. You really have to gauge yourself, and maybe again the episodes. I don't want to gauge an entire show by just one episode, but really, I felt like the actor playing Hank Henshaw just did not give any fucks at all to be this character. Because I feel like he was just, I'm getting tongue-tied here. It kind of felt like he was just I'm in a comic book show. Alright. And let me talk about one character I just did not care for. The character played by Jeremy Jordan, Winslow Scott Jr., I don't think he's the Toy Man. I think he's supposed to be the son of the Toy Man. Because, of course, Jr., and he doesn't have the exact middle name, so I think he's supposed to be the son of the Toy Man. Although he could easily become the next Toy Man, who knows. But yeah, he just, he was, I just wanted him to get off screen every time, because here's the thing, he was geeky, he was fumbling over himself, and he had really bad puns. Does this sound like anyone we know from another DCCW show? If you said Felicity, yeah, This is a male Felicity. Oh my! And I literally said out loud after like hearing him talk for the first time. I literally said, "Oh God, they're breeding." Which this character doesn't surprise me because we do have one of the writers of Flash and Arrow on this show as well. At least he did the episode, at least. But yeah, I just did not care for him. The actor playing Jimmy Olsen, I thought he was pretty good. I thought he was pretty cool. The actress Callista Flockhart playing Cat Grant, she's pretty good. She's good at playing, Cat Grant's obviously a cold hard bitch, so she nailed that pretty good. And I did like that moment where she's, Kara comes in as like Supergirl, and Cat's like, well, I'm a girl and I'm a very powerful woman, and I have millions of dollars. I'm one of the most powerful people in the world. I run a company, so yeah, we're gonna call her Girl. And I was like, all right, I can roll with that. Yeah. What else? So let me talk. So all in all, a pretty okay episode. Let me talk about a few things that just kind of like what, and it's just me being the inner comic book nerd. And I know this is a different universe. This is a completely different universe. We're calling Kara Danvers instead of we're not gonna call her such and such, or we're not doing this. It's a different universe. But the inner geek in me just went, oh, wait, hold up, y'all. Obviously the main thing in here is that Fort Roz has broken from the Phantom Zone, and all these aliens have been living on Earth, and Hank Henshaw's group has been hunting them down. Kind of like the plumbers from Ben 10. And I was like, really? Fort Roz was... And here's the thing. Fort Roz was created by Supergirl's mother. Now, Supergirl's mother, Alora, and her father were both great scientists. But as I recall in the comics, Fort Roz was made... the Phantom... I think they even said that that Alora discovered the Phantom Zone. And... No, wait. She didn't... tongue-tied again. She didn't find the Phantom Zone, but she constructed Fort Roz. To which I'm like, wasn't that Jor-El and Zod who did that? No, Fort Roz was a command post sucked in by the Phantom Zone by Zod and his people. So, what? She created Fort Roz and... Huh? Alright, I guess I'll go with that. So it just kind of, it weirded me out. And also we have Supergirl's aunt, Astra, as the main villain. Huh. Alright. She may be I'm drawing a blank on this character, but I think she's an original character. I could be wrong, but I don't think she is. I think she's an original character. Could be wrong. I totally just drew a yeah. I totally drew a blank on everything. Oh yeah, another thing that weirded me out is that, and here's the big thing that weirded me out, is that Kara kind of, the way she talks about Superman, she just says the big guy or him. It's like, does Clark never come to visit you? That's what I was kind of thinking, is like, does Clark ever come to visit you at all? Like, you're the last two of your kind, technically speaking, so you'd think Clark would check in on her a few times rather than send Jimmy to do that. And it also sounds like, yeah, he's the only superhero on Earth. Alright. So I guess no Justice League. That's for the movies, I guess. But yeah, just kind of like, Clark, that's your cousin. You're the last two, you're the last two of the House of El, and probably the last two Kryptonians on Earth, so how about saying hi, cuz, a few times? I don't know, that just kind of was like, I understand they're trying to give Supergirl some space, but you'd think they would be like, yeah, he comes by a few times over. I'm not asking to see Superman in every episode, but maybe like, yeah, he just, I got to hang out with my cousin today, it was great. Yeah. All in all, not a bad episode. Some things were just kind of like, okay, I'll get used to that. All in all, not a bad episode. Like I said, not a bad episode. I know we're getting characters like Red Tornado. We are getting Maxwell Lord. We are getting Sam Lane, Lois Lane's father. We are getting villains like Hellgramite and Livewire, which I'm actually very excited for. You know, seeing these other Superman villains in here as well, I think is going to be a lot of fun. But you guys tell me, what did you guys think of the Supergirl pilot? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know. And sorry for the late review of the episode. And again, sorry for not being able to review Arrow, but, well, that's life, I guess. Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys later.